Mayari and the Whispering Shadows. In the Sky Kingdom, where the clouds were spun from starlight, lived the goddess Mayari. She was the keeper of the moon, a beautiful silver orb that slept in a velvet box. But Mayari had a secret. For a goddess of the night, she was terribly afraid of the dark. Each evening, her brother, the sun god Arao, would finish his journey across the sky. "It is your turn, sister," he would say, his voice as warm as a sunbeam. But Mayari would hide, her heart thumping like a drum. The shadows that stretched across the world looked like long, grasping fingers. One night, Mayari heard a tiny, sad song drifting up from the earth. She peered over the edge of a cloud and saw the sampaguita flowers, the sweetest blossoms in the land, refusing to open their petals. She flew down, her feet barely touching the grass, and knelt by the flowers. "Why don't you bloom?" she whispered. The lead blossom trembled and answered, "The Bakunawa, a great sea dragon, has threatened to swallow the night. We are too scared to share our perfume with the darkness." Mayari looked towards the sea. She could see the shadow of the Bakunawa, a colossal shape moving beneath the waves. A shiver of her old fear ran through her, but the sight of the frightened flowers made her feel something new, a fierce, protective courage. "The dark is not something to be swallowed," Mayari declared, her voice ringing with newfound strength. She opened her velvet box and took out the moon. It was only a sliver, a shy, curved smile of light. The Bakunawa rose from the water, its eyes like burning coals. It opened its giant mouth to devour the sky. But Mayari held the moon sliver high. She poured all of her courage into it, and the sliver began to grow, shining brighter and brighter. The brilliant, pure light of the full moon struck the sea dragon. The Bakunawa, who was made of shadows and fear, could not stand such brightness. It hissed and recoiled from the beautiful light. With a flick of its powerful tail, the Bakunawa dove deep into the sea, retreating to the darkest trenches where the moonlight could not reach. Seeing the dragon flee, the sampaguita flowers finally opened, releasing their sweet, joyful scent into the night air. From that day on, Mayari proudly guided her moon across the sky each night. She was no longer afraid, for she knew that her light was a shield for the small and the frightened, and that even in the deepest dark, there is always a promise of brightness.